Is it live? Can you guys see me? Is it live? Hi, guys. Hi. Hi, Claire. Hi, Lily. So this is my first live stream. I think more people will be joining soon. Welcome to my first live stream, guys. Thank you so much. My setup is so weird, but anyway, I have to work with what I've got. So this is my first live stream. Today's topic is fashion resolutions. I was tagged by at least 3 ladies. Ooh, I'm so sorry. What is going on? Wait a second. That was weird. Sorry, that was weird. Why am I hearing my echo? Sorry, that was weird. Why am I hearing my echo? Sorry, that's weird. Why am I hearing my echo? Sorry, that's weird. Anyway, can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, let me know, because I have to turn off the volume on my laptop. And yeah, I know you sound fine to us, but I can hear your playback. Can you still hear the playback right now? Okay, I'm glad you can hear me, but can you hear the echo? Can you still hear the echo? Okay, perfect. Okay, good. So thank you for joining, everyone. I'm working with my laptop, so the resolutions. Okay, good. So I turned off the volume on my laptop. So I'm working with the webcam on my laptop because all the webcams were sold out. It's so crazy. All the webcams at all our local stores on Amazon, at the Logitech website, everything is sold out. I guess everyone's been buying webcams for this pandemic because everyone's trying to connect with their. Oh, good. No echo. That's good. Everyone's trying to connect with their families, and everyone is trying to get their hands on webcams, and I couldn't get one, so I'm just working with my laptop. I hope it works well. It's only 720p, but it looks okay, so I hope you guys are okay. Hi, Amy. Hi, May. So many of you. Thank you so much for joining. But I did buy. Yeah, it is. Everything is sold out, Claire. It's so crazy. I was able to buy my microphone from a local store. I had it delivered. So most laptops are sold out. Are you serious? Hi, yes, Linda. Hi. Yeah, I'm so glad to. Anyway, so today's. Let me know if there's any problems down the line, then I'll try to fix it. But I don't know if you've seen my Instagram. I showed you guys that our kitchen got completely flooded 3 nights ago. It was literally raining, pouring. It looks like it's raining, but it's pouring from a burst pipe. And the entire kitchen was ruined. So the ceiling and the floor has to be replaced, some parts of the cabinet. So we're just drying off the entire kitchen now. There's several fans, and there's a humidifier, dehumidifier that is running constantly 24/7. It's gonna be running all weekend long. I know. Hi, Kat. Oh my gosh, Kat joined. Kat, she's the real hero. She's the one who encouraged me to start my live stream. And I thought her live streams are so fun. I love watching her. I love watching her videos in general. But yeah, going back to my kitchen, it's terrible. So all the fans are on. I hope that you guys can still hear it properly, because I tried to, I don't know if you see the bag there. So I had to put a towel on the bottom of my door just to block out the noise. So yeah. Hi, JJ. Yeah, my kitchen is completely ruined. Yeah, the ceiling. So even now, as the fans are going, every day there's dust that is coming off, and we had to move everything out of the kitchen into the living room. We had to rewash everything that was hanging out in the kitchen. We had to dump a bunch of food because, you know, things that were not in plastic seals, they got ruined. Plus the pipe that burst, it's hot water. So it was scorching hot water. We couldn't get in there. It was 4 o'clock when that happened. You can't hear the fan? Good. Good, 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 good. So it was 4 o'clock when it happened. My husband heard dripping at first. So he went and put a bowl where it was dripping because it was the same area that they had already fixed 7 months ago. And I think he went to the washroom, and next thing you know, he came back and it was pouring. And I heard him scream. I heard him like say something. So I'm like, why is he up at 4 a.m.? It's crazy, right? So I went outside. Yeah, it's so dangerous. We couldn't get inside the kitchen right away because it was hot water, right? So we called management. They had to close the pipes. It took them maybe like 20 minutes to half an hour to do that because they had to figure out which pipe. And also 4 a.m. everyone was asleep, right? So hi, thank you for joining. So we were talking about my kitchen being flooded this past few days. So they shut off the pipes. Then we were able to go inside and move some of the stuff out, but it was still pouring because basically the ceiling was encapsulating all the hot water that was leaking through that burst pipe. So it was leaking from everywhere on the ceiling. Hi guys, hi Abigail, hi Winnie, hi. So yeah, it's that's why I wasn't even sure if I was gonna still have this live stream because the restoration guys are in and out of our place this past few days, but it is long weekend this weekend. It is Easter Friday. And so they're probably gonna come back on Monday, if not Tuesday, but there's probably gonna be people coming in and out of our house, which is not ideal during this pandemic, although they are wearing masks and my husband's always wearing masks. So yeah, I was hoping that it wouldn't disrupt our live stream. So good thing that it is. Hi, Stephanie. Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, stay safe, guys. So I'm glad that we were still able to proceed with this one. But going forward, I'll have to see day by day. Like, I don't know if I can schedule it that much in advance just because it depends how long they stay in our place. If they stay till the evening, then chances are with all the drilling and, you know, the destruction of like, you know, whatever they're trying to do, take away, it's just gonna be too loud. The drilling for sure is gonna be too loud, but the fans are okay. So hi Kadeen. Yeah, I hope so too, because well, right now it's not leaking anymore, thank goodness. They fixed it again, so I really hope that this pipe doesn't burst anymore, because if it happens again, I cannot. I literally have never seen a kitchen pouring. I think I'll post it again on my Instagram so that you guys can see how bad it is. But we only took a few seconds of the clip because we were trying to just move things out so that it doesn't ruin everything else. Because even our appliance, the oven, the stove, was flashing and it was making that alarm sound because it was like basically saying, "What is going on? Why is there so much water on me?" Is it covered? We're trying to find out, because technically the pipe that burst is from a repair from 7 months ago. So it is supposed to be covered by the strata since it was a faulty repair, and it was not that long ago, right? I mean, I would assume pipes should last at least a decade. And because the ceiling and the flooring and the cabinets were part of the original condo when the condo was purchased, it should be covered by the strata. So we were looking into the, yeah, but with the claim insurance, we have to look into everything first. My husband is managing that just because everything is under his name right now. So, and I moved in here while he already lived here for several years before I moved in here. So he's definitely looking into all that, but it's possible that the strata will cover like whatever is part of the condo. So the cabinets, the flooring, and the ceiling. And then whatever else, like, you know, if we have any appliances no longer work, and anything else will be from our home insurance. So that's the update. What a year, right, guys? Like, I mean, what is going on 2020? Why so many? I mean, I only want to believe that there's always a silver lining to these things, but yeah, I guess it's our choice to either choose to, you know, react positively and just do our best, or we can choose to be unhappy. So I hope that we all choose to do the best that we can given the situation. It's definitely difficult, and I know 2020 needs to chill. Yeah, no one got hurt. No, it was like I guess at least it wasn't the bedroom. Like, if the bedroom suddenly got like hot water rain on us, I mean, that would be crazy. Yeah, we're fine. We were actually laughing about it because the second day, so the first night we woke up in the middle of the night. We had to move everything out. We were exhausted. My husband, because there were people coming in and out trying to fix the plumbing, he dealt with them throughout the entire, like, I guess throughout the morning. So he hardly had any sleep. I had a few hours of sleep at least. And then the next day we had to clean everything, move everything. So that was an exhaustive like day and a half. And we were like laughing about it afterwards. We were like, we were just like, wow, this is unbelievable. Like, all these years that he lived here, he's never seen that. The plumber guy said that it happens often. I was like, are you kidding me? I've never seen that ever in my whole life. Like a little leak here and there, sure. Flooding from, you know, heavy rain, because my parents own a house and we had a basement. So flooding does happen when it rains a lot and it floods into the basement, right? You just aspirate all the water out. I know. I was talking about my bags to my close friends too. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank goodness it's not the bedroom, because I would cry that my small fortune of handbags would be ruined. I mean, luckily most of them are on a shelf, so it should be shielded. I know. Let's not imagine that. So it should be shielded, most of it at least. But I might have to like do some DIY and put some like plastic on the backing so that it doesn't enter from, you know how like the shelf doesn't have a backing online. So I might have to like put a plastic thing. Yeah. Quality, which webcam? I'm not using a webcam. I'm using my laptop. I couldn't buy a webcam because all the webcams were sold out. So I'm pretty sure if you try to look for a webcam now, you won't be able to buy it. In the USA, in Canada, they're all sold out. Even if that's great. So I'm using my MacBook Air, my 2017 MacBook Air, and the FaceTime camera is just a 720p camera. So it's working fine. I did buy a mic though. So I'm gonna show you the mic at the end because I don't want to move it. I already positioned it properly. So I have the Blue Yeti. I'll link it all down below actually. When this video is finished, I'll link it all down below so that you can see what I'm using for the live stream. So it's actually quite good. I mean, the lighting is just the same lighting as my filming lighting. I have all my light fixtures. They're just all like, I just work with a small space, so I don't have that many gear, but I make it work. Anyway, today's it's kind of weird that I'm talking to myself, but you guys are here, so it's great. It's a little unusual. Kat was right. You need to adjust yourself, and you need to really. Oh, thank you so much, Amy. You guys are too sweet. Definitely takes a little bit of getting used to. So today's topic is fashion resolutions. I was tagged by 3 ladies. I think Kat, are you the one who created this tag? I think you are. And then I was tagged by Andre, and then I was tagged by Isabel. So these are the 3 that I remember off the top. So let's talk about it, because right when this tag was floating around, I had just filmed my 7 resolutions or 7 goals for the year, but they were kind of just general goals, not necessarily for fashion. Webcams all sold out. Yeah, exactly, because people are working from home, so they all need webcams. That's why. I was shocked that I could not buy a webcam. It's crazy. You didn't create it? Okay, so someone else created it. But yeah, let's talk about fashion resolution. Some things might overlap with my video from my 7 resolutions video, but the first thing that I want to concentrate more this year, which I think so far I'm doing really well, is to move towards a more sustainable fashion direction. So when I say sustainable, I don't necessarily mean that brands that only make sustainable uh, clothing with sustainable material. I also mean in a sense that whatever I buy in terms of fashion, so clothing, handbags, accessories, hopefully I'll be able to reach for them constantly to the point where I break down, like, to if I wear them so much, um, and I keep going back to the same ones, then it's sustainable because you're not just buying to wear and then throw. So I guess that's kind of touching fast fashion in a way. Hi guys, thank you for joining. Hi Stephanie and Sulin. I hope I pronounced it properly. But we were talking about my first fashion goal. So sustainable, I just want to make sure that going forward, whatever I buy, it's pieces that I need to really be thinking through, that I would not change my mind on, like pieces that really integrate well with the rest of my wardrobe, that I feel like I can reach for constantly, and that I won't get bored easily. And obviously, the better quality they are, um, then the more likely I'll end up reaching for them a lot. So I also wrote down that it doesn't necessarily mean that I won't shop fast fashion anymore, although I haven't really bought anything this year fast fashion wise. In terms of fast fashion, I still shop at Zara sometimes, not so much though, but I definitely stopped shopping at Shein. Their quality is just subpar, I have to admit. I mean, the styles are really fun and they are trendy, but they do fall apart quite fast and quite easily. H&M, I don't shop as much there, so I don't have a problem there. Zara is the only place where I'm a little bit it's hard not to look at their site because their site is so good. But their blazers are actually quite decent, especially if you choose the right material. I wouldn't say that all their blazers are good, but their blazers in general I like. I don't really like exactly, they fall apart easily. I don't really like their tops so much. The material is usually not so good. The sewing's not so good. Their pants, the sizing is so weird. Sometimes they're way too big, sometimes they're too small. Usually they are, I don't know, maybe it's my body shape. Their legs are super long. I don't know what's going on. Even for the blazers, their sleeves are so long. Like, what is wrong with what is going on with their sizing? Aritzia feels a bit fast fashion. Yeah, you're right. But you know what, with Aritzia, because I was going to talk about Aritzia too. So with Aritzia, what I love about their clothing is their coats. So I think ever since I moved to Vancouver, because Aritzia is a brand from Vancouver, I've been buying a lot of coats from there and I wear them all the time. Seriously, well, except the one color that I got I didn't choose the right color. Yes, I want to basically wear clothes for a long time and just make sure I shop my own closet. And Everlane, you know what? I heard about this brand, but I never actually seen it in real life. I think they're sold at Nordstrom, and because the stores are closed, I can't check them out yet. But I heard about them. I will definitely keep an eye out. Yeah, Aritzia clothes are not so good, but their coats are okay. Especially Babaton. Babaton is really good. Zara is the bomb. You know what? Zara shoes never worked for me. Their shoes, they don't have any, like, they look well made and they look really nice and trendy, but there's absolutely zero like cushioning. Like, it doesn't absorb any shock whatsoever. It kills my feet within 5 minutes of walking. It's that terrible. So I stopped buying shoes from there. Yeah. I think we all have to rethink our fashion choices, especially I think as yes, I like Lily Silk actually. I was gonna talk about Lily Silk too. So even though they do send me the majority of things, because I guess I'm an influencer, they do send me pieces. I love their stuff actually. Their stuff is well packaged, is good quality. If you ever buy from Lily Silk ever, you'll notice that their sewing is so good. And I'm not just saying that because they do send me things for free, but they truly are really great pieces. I go back to wear them a lot, not necessarily on camera. I actually wear them on a daily basis. Yeah, Zara designs are great, but no, it's the shoes, no, it can't. This is our Amy's sister. Oh, hi. I do like my Chanel tweed bag. I haven't worn it because what am I gonna wear it for? I actually bought a strap from eBay, and it's a pearl strap with a we're veering out topic now. By the way, we're gonna stick to 1 hour, okay? So the strap has giant pearls. Maybe I'll link it down below in case you guys are interested. And it comes with a rope. So it was only $4 US. I figured I'll try it because I wanted to DIY, but the stores are closed, so I couldn't buy any supplies to make my own. We'll see how it goes. I ordered one. It's supposed to come by June. It's crazy. And I saw a few photos on Instagram of people who attached the like a pearl strap to their bag, and it looks so good. And especially with the shorter strap, I think because if you can hold it by the hand, chances are it won't ruin the tweed as easily because if you're just holding it by hand, you're not constantly rubbing against your body. Yeah, $4. It's coming from China though, so that's why. I hope it's good quality. Yeah, I know, June. Crazy, right? We'll see if it even arrives. I just ordered one because I didn't know the quality, if it was any good. But I'll link it down below in case you guys are interested. I actually saw it on one of my subbies' Instagram, and I asked her which strap it was because it looked amazing on her bag. I think she has the same bag. And she told me that she actually had it from a past because she had the spring summer sandbag from Chanel last year, but she sold it. But she still has like the strap from no, well, she sold the bag, but she has the similar strap from like a dupe from Amazon. So she just used that, and it looked awesome. Yeah, so okay. So going back to our fashion, sustainable fashion, so we talked about Zara, Shein, H&M. We talked about Aritzia, Topshop. I like Topshop, but only for their jeans. I actually really like their jeans. The quality of their jeans is really good, except you have to look for a material that is 100% cotton. I mean, you can go for the stretchy ones, but also I guess the trend now is that the trend is kind of like balloon jeans, kind of like a little looser. So you want a material that's a little bit more thicker and just 100% cotton. I guess that's the trend now. So unless you go for I haven't tried their skinny jeans because I don't like stretchy material in jeans. They tend to not last that long. And with Topshop, I can't vouch for their quality. I have a lot of skinny jeans from the past, and all of them are from Banana Republic, and they actually do work really well, and they last long too. So jeans-wise, denim-wise, I like Banana Republic, and I also like Topshop. So in terms of fast fashion, that's how far I'm gonna go. I prefer buying mid-range to, I guess, ready-to-wear type of range. So mid-range, I like Sandro, I like Maj, All Saints is very nice. I put Banana Republic in this area, but I don't know if they're considered fast fashion or mid-range. I think their pricing is more mid-range. And then Lily Silk is one of them as well. And then I put Aritzia only because Aritzia is kind of pricey. I won't recommend everything from Aritzia, to be honest, but you have to pick and choose. And personally, I really like their coats. Their coats are really well made. And I wear their coats every single year. My gray Stedman one, I've had it for, I can't remember exactly when I bought it, but it's kind of falling apart now. But I still wear it because you just use a razor or like a pair of scissors and you cut off the little, you know, balls, not balls, like the little fluffs and the little pills, and then you can kind of wear it for a couple more years before you retire it. G-Star, yeah, G-Star is nice, but G-Star, their styles are pretty out there too. Like they're very urban, very street style. So I don't necessarily like my husband likes G-Star, but I can't necessarily find stuff that I haven't tried their jeans though. I'll have to look it up. I just can't really find styles that goes well with everything else that I have because I also want to be able to add pieces that will seamlessly go with everything else I have so that I don't, you know, like my last video where I talked about my least successful purchases, my worst purchases. A lot of you are telling me that my Fendi bag looks great with what I was wearing, and I agree. Actually, when I rewatched my video, I was like, "That's so true." It's like actually looked great with what I was wearing that day, but that's the only one outfit, and I want to avoid just like being able to just style one outfit with that bag. You know what I mean? Most of everything else I own doesn't really go with that bag for some reason, so I just want to be able to kind of mix and match everything together. And it takes a lot of practice, actually. Even for myself, I've been a fan of fashion since high school. I mean, obviously, I didn't buy anything luxury, not even remotely close. But I used to dress up and I used to wear heels. I used to only wear heels. I mean, they were platforms, but they were heels, right? Um, I was even voted like the most fashionable on the yearbook, although I came in second, so whatever. So, so yeah, I think styling is an ongoing sort of hobby, and unless you're a professional, because I'm just an amateur. Unless you're a professional, you just need a lot of practice. Okay, moving on to higher end clothes. I buy my higher end clothes at Matches Fashion and Luisa Via Roma. I especially like self-portrait. I'm sure you guys already know that. And Aquazzura is a brand of shoes that seem to be working for me so far. I have bought 2 pairs of sandals from there, and they are so comfortable. Obviously, I haven't worn them out because I was gonna wear them to Hawaii, but hi Tan's World, hi Tan. She's amazing. I love her channel. She said that she used to love Zara, but now I've slowed down because of quality. She likes Everlane, Cézanne, and Douin. Douin? I don't know that brand actually. She loves their quality and she's excited every time she wears them. That's good. I have to check out the other 2 that you mentioned, Cézanne and Douin. I've never heard of that last one that you said. But I also like shopping in person because with clothing especially, it's best to try it on. A lot of times with Zara, that's why I don't like ordering Zara online, although sometimes you have to because then they're always sold out in store. When you order online and you receive it, it's like another story. It's like the quality is so bad in real life, but on picture, it looks amazing. So that's why I like trying things on first before I add it to my, Zara was saying that Aquazzura is very comfortable. I agree. I think it's my favorite brand of luxury shoes going forward. I mean, I only have 2 pairs right now, and I still have to really test them out and wear them out. But usually with my problem with my feet, it's not just my feet. I actually have joint issues everywhere. But especially with my feet, when I buy a pair of new shoes, it has to be comfortable right off the bat. Even if it's like a little pinch, forget about it. Because if it's a little pinch when I'm just trying them on, imagine walking in them for a while. So breaking in a shoe is a notion that especially salespeople tell you, oh, you just need to break them in, the leather will relax and everything. I agree if you have healthy feet, but if you have feet that already hurts you on a daily basis, you cannot break in any shoe. Like you cannot. It just has to be comfortable right off the bat. So that's why I found that Aquazzura was comfortable right off the bat, and I was really happy about it. The leather is really soft. It's all lined in leather, even the bottom. And I hope that the quality lasts long, so we shall see. Yeah, break-in is a lie. Sulin says that it's a lie on break-in of shoes. I totally agree. It's totally a sales pitch. I mean, I don't know. I guess I used to break in shoes when I was younger, but no, not anymore. And I'm not even that old, okay? But I definitely have issues with I mean, let's be real. Now like 40 is the new 20, whatever. I'm not 40 yet, but I'm almost there. ZH Ma says, I'm the same with you, Amy. We'll try out Aquazzura. How about the heels? So I don't own any heels from Aquazzura yet. And I also don't want to buy heels in general, just because heels are just something that I don't really wear on a daily basis. I mean, I might buy it if it's on sale, if I really like the style. But I definitely want to avoid buying heels just because it's not a walking shoe for me. And I have enough heels from like, you know, contemporary brands like Mark Fisher. I have a couple of Coach ones. Locally, we have Browns in Canada. So I have a few pairs from Browns. They work out well. It's okay. Stephanie says, was thinking of buying a pair of Jadial slingback, but the price is a little past my budget. What do you think of Jimmy Choo? So I heard that Jimmy Choo has really comfortable shoes, but you know what? Even if someone else says that it's comfortable, it really depends on the anatomy of your feet and the way you walk, because we all walk a little different. Do I underpronate or overpronate? I think I overpronate. So if you look at the heel of your shoe, if the outside of your heel is worn, I think that's overpronate. And if the inside of your heel is worn, then it's underpronate. So you need orthotics to correct that. And I do wear orthotics. But because of that reason, wearing heels is even worse because you're either under or overpronating. And as you walk, it's gonna ruin your ankles and like the joints that are attached to your hips, and your hips will be misaligned. So there's a whole slew of issues with walking in heels. It's really just not good in the long term. Just ask any chiropractors, they'll tell you that. Show us your latest pair of Chanel earrings. Yeah, didn't you guys see my haul video? That's Jimmy Choo comfortable. So Clara says, Jimmy Choo's are comfortable for the height. However, I have sold all her shoes over 2.5 inch with age. Yeah, I agree. Like 2.5 inches is the max that I can go, but I won't walk in them for a long time. Like I'll wear them at an event and then I'll change out and then I'll wear my flats or whatever. I don't care if I match. Like I got a few comments whenever I post videos. Sometimes I'm just wearing like, especially when I post on Instagram, I post usually like the upper body because my shoes is usually like a really boring type of, you know, sandals, or I really don't care. But oh, didn't know about your underponating. Yeah, it's a thing. If you visit your orthopedist or your chiropractor, they can fix you up. They can check if your hips are misaligned. They can check when you take a step, like when you walk forward and backwards. They can check if you're like how your gait is, and they can help you fix your shoe problem by helping you create custom orthotics. So by wearing them, you'll correct your posture. You're kind of correcting your posture and also your gait when you walk, and that way, over the long term, especially if you have to walk like long distance, or if you run a lot, especially, imagine the impact. Especially if you run, imagine the impact that you put on all your joints, lower body joints, up to the hips. It's wearing off over time, right? Like if you're young, you don't feel it, but when you reach 40, 50, and 60, like you're gonna start feeling it. So that's why it's very important to to wear the correct shoes, to wear comfortable shoes. And if possible, if you have the insurance to provide it, or, I mean, usually orthotics cost between 300 and 500, depending on who you go to. But it's worth the investment. I really highly recommend it. And we're veering off topic, but it doesn't matter. I'm hesitant because I am afraid to end up with not pretty footwear. Sulin. Nua says, have you tried the Chanel slingback cap toe? Heard they're super comfy. I have. Chanel shoes are the least comfortable shoes ever that I've tried. I don't know why everyone says that they're comfortable, but that block of heel just keeps, I don't know, it's not even pulling or anything. Plus, like the pointed part, I have normal width feet. I don't even have wide feet, but the pointed part in the front always pinches me, and then the block always kind of like drags me a little bit. I cannot walk in them. I literally, they give me pain the moment I try them on, so I cannot buy those. Yeah, Clara agrees. Slingbacks, for some reason, they're so uncomfortable for me. Like I said, everyone's different. We all have different anatomy. We all walk a different way. We have a different gait. And that's why shoes, even if one person tells you that they work for you, it doesn't necessarily mean that even if someone says that it works for them, it doesn't necessarily mean that it will work for you, because we're all different. We're so different. New trend, flatten the heel, not the curve. Yeah. Amy Wong says, I'm seriously thinking about getting a small Gabrielle. I don't think I can wait much longer. I'm hoping to get the right color. You love your Gabrielle. I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I highly recommend the Gabrielle. I love it. So let me show you the earrings, because someone was asking me. So these are them. I'm sure you guys have already seen it. If you haven't, it's in my unboxing video, and I've also worn these in a couple of my recent videos. So if you compare it to like the Chanel ones, they're really big. So there you have it. So these are from the current collection. Actually, it's not super current. It's 20p. So it's the pre-spring summer collection. And they're not heavy. Well, okay, they have some weight because they're quite big and they're long, but it feels like the metal inside is hollow. So it's really decent for a pair of big earrings, because these are really big. Look, these are big. So these ones, they're not that heavy either. And then these ones are not that heavy either. I really like them. I really like Chanel big earrings. They really do them really well. I can wear these for 6 hours straight. It doesn't tire me out. And it doesn't give me issues with my piercings, because my piercings get sensitive if the metal is too thick, or if the metal, I don't know, if the metal is not good. So yeah, Claire has the same ones and it looks great on hers too. Yeah, and it's a gold tone that's like really yellow. So this is a champagne, and then this is a really yellow gold. I do have a Celine bag. So Lily Zhang asked, I have the trapeze in the small size in black and in silver hardware, and I love it. I don't wear it a lot because it is a little large. So I do wear it, but more like in the fall. And I like taking it on road trips because it fits a lot, and then it looks great. It looks really amazing. Celine bags don't really hold any value. I mean, and they're not like the most popular, although they are popular among like fashionistas. So I do love my Celine bag a lot, and they're really well made. The inside is all leather as well. Yeah, it is slightly heavy, but for that size of bag, I don't find it that heavy. So it's actually okay, especially because the top handle, like the rounded part, it's so easy to just put it on the crook of your arm or just to hold it by hand. It's super comfortable. So I do like it, although it is discontinued now. So hopefully you can still find it in the pre-love market in good condition. Any update on resolutions on buying a designer bag? Yes, so let's continue. So let's move on to bags. One of my goals in the past, I guess I'll continue the trend, is to one in, one out. So if I want to add a bag, then I should really let go of another one. Hi, me likey too. Thanks for joining. Although I haven't been really good at it last year, because I think last year I did a lot of damage at Chanel, but I haven't also let go of that many bags. I did let go of some, but I just feel like I need to make a better effort this year, especially, although I think this year I've been doing pretty well. I added, what did I add? Chanel 19 I added last year. This year I added, oh, the tweed bag. Did I add anything else that I don't remember? It's bad if you don't remember what you bought. I don't think so. I think it's just the tweed bag. So I'm trying to sell some bags so that I can, basically, I want to honor this one in, one out policy that I have. So recently I added also the YSL pouch, the little clutch, and I actually consigned my Dior clutch, the vintage one that I bought on eBay many years ago, and so that worked out really well. And me likey too is asking if I still like my Mon Trésor. I actually really still do like it. I think of all my Fendi bags, the Peekaboo as well as the Mon Trésor, they're two of my favorite ones because, well, the Peekaboo, it speaks for itself. It's a classic, but for me also, the material that I have it in and the color that I have it in, I actually kind of treat it as an everyday bag. So I run errands with it and I wear it if I don't know what to wear. It kind of goes with everything. I also have a Defender cover so I can change up the look to be more brown and kind of more fall looking. Whereas I could also use it without cover with my Python strap, and that can be more summery. With the Mon Trésor, I like it because it's just one of those bucket bag that's so well designed. Like the material, if you feel it, especially if you buy it in the, let me show you. Especially if you buy it in the monogram, this material is really thick and it doesn't quite cinch in very well, which I don't mind because it's such a small bag. Basically anything that you put in it, if you line them up properly and if you kind of fill the width of it, then things won't really fall off unless you do this, obviously. But I really like this bag. I like the red too, although sometimes I wonder if I should have gotten the brown because that was my first choice. And I don't know if you guys remember when this bag came out, it was sold out everywhere. It was so hard to get your hands on any color. So I was kind of debating between the red and the brown because I actually tried on the red first in store and I fell in love with it, but the brown was not available. So I couldn't see it against my body, but I did remember that the red was nice. So I just bought the red. But I still like the brown too, to be honest. This shape is just so easygoing. It's a great summer bag, especially for this color. But if you have it in the brown, I would wear it all year round too. Stephanie is saying, I agree with you. I made a mistake of impulse purchase and regretted it. I promised to buy just one bag a year so I get to enjoy it. Also, I have 12 months to do my research on the next bag. That's a great resolution. I applaud you. Especially, I know that some people don't really do research and they just buy whatever they like, but it's not, I mean, you do you. You have to do what works for you, right? And it's worse to have a purchase regret than to not have it at all, I think. Because then you have to deal with selling it. I hate selling. It's terrible. JJL is saying, I'm thinking of a metallic silver Fendi Peekaboo, but afraid of the leather peeling over time. Love to hear your thoughts. Okay. The thing is with metallic, I don't have any experience with Fendi leather metallic, so I can't really comment on their quality. I would hope that it's durable. With metallic bags, I think you have to, because the Peekaboo is such a classic style. I wonder if you wanted to keep it more classic instead, unless you're really drawn to the metallic. I feel like with metallics, it's good to get when it's like a fun, kind of almost like novelty piece that you want to reach for when you want to just like spice up. I don't know how to say, more classic leather, like a more classic color. I mean, of course it's up to you, but the thing is, because I don't know how it will wear, like a metallic on Fendi, I really cannot comment whether it's a good idea or not. And then Deborah says that it may not peel off, but it can wear off. Yeah, like when metallic wears, it kind of is ugly. Like it has that like, it's not like a scratch, but it kind of looks, yeah, it just looks ugly if it wears. Tina says, I have a question about the Chanel 19. I know they have it in lambskin and goatskin, but I've seen some bags with bright red interior and some with maroon. What is the last season color? I think it's actually just bright red. But I hope I'm not. Hi, Gina. You guys say hi, Gina. Say hi to Gina. She's my good friend here on YouTube as well. But going back to your question, I think that the Chanel 19 is just bright red inside because it looks maroon on video. Because even on my video, it looks maroon, but it's really a bright red. It just depends on the lighting. So Lily asks how many Chanel bags I have. I actually don't know. I'll let you know in a separate video. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I see 12 right now. Oh, 13 with my tweet. But I'm also counting the little clutch, so I don't know if that counts. Okay, let's go back to our topic. So with bags, I want one in, one out. And also I want to stick with like bags that really spark joy. Like I don't want to have even an ounce of doubt when I buy a brand new bag. Like if I have even a slight bit of doubt, like any doubt, it doesn't matter what it is, even if it's just like a nick or something, I don't know, because sometimes you get a bag and it's almost perfect and there's like a little thing. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, it's acceptable, I'll just take it. But I just want to avoid that. Amy, show us your bags. How about we do it next time? Because I feel like I should have my bags around me before I do that. Why don't you guys comment down below, like I guess after this video is finished, or I guess you can DM me or whatever, and tell me the topics for next live stream, and then we'll do that. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, I just feel like it has to spark joy. It has to be, I have to really love it. And if I have even any doubt, no matter what kind of doubt it is, then just drop it, because chances are you're going to keep wondering whether you made the right decision. And then you might, you know how sometimes you buy something and you're like, you can't return it, because most luxury places in Canada, you can't return. You can exchange, but you cannot return. And then you can get a credit for it. So I just want to avoid that situation. Like, plus you don't want to go back to your essay and, you know, ask for an exchange. It just, I mean, you can do it. Obviously it's in your rights, but it's just not best practice. It's better for your own sake and peace of mind as well to make less of these mistakes. Of course, it takes time and it takes a lot of reflection. And sometimes it just doesn't work out, because with really hot items, you just have to make a decision quick. But I really just want to, I just really want to stick with what sparks joy. So Deborah is saying, you can shift the camera for a minute so that we can peek at them. Okay, I will, I guess. It's messy, but you can't even see them because a lot of them are in dust bags. Lynn says, love your channel. Were there any bags that you had on your wish list and decided not to buy and still interested? Are you still interested to buy any old wish list pieces? Yes and no, because I just, it's hard, because with wish lists, it's good to have a goal, but at the same time, there are also new releases. And when new releases come on, you can't wait. You have to get them, right? It's either you get them or it gets sold out. So it depends if it's a permanent style. If it's a permanent style, then you can wait, obviously. And but if it's not, if it's a seasonal style, then you have to get it if it's something that you love. So yeah. So let me go back to my list of. Okay, so with bags, that's all I want to say about bags. And I do want to let you guys know that I will come up with a new wish list, like revised wish list video, because I feel like we all change our minds. And I feel like I have a couple other ones that I want to add to the list and then remove some. So I will revise my wish list in the coming weeks. I am also doing videos on each brand, like bags that I'm interested in or bags that I am contemplating, but not necessarily in my buy list yet. So I will film the Chanel one soon, right after this live stream actually, and then I'll do a Dior one and I'll also do an Hermes one. And then I think I'll stop there and then I'll revise my wish list. So we'll have a few different videos coming your way. Yes, there is Hermes bag on my wish list too, but not in the near future, to be honest. I know what I want, I think. It could still be changing because you never know. I mean, we all change our minds. It's just not in the near future. Like I was maybe aiming when I like turned 40. So yeah, we'll see. KT Love It says, you seem to love Chanel brand. Do you think you will get tired of it? I don't think I will, because Chanel, at least to me, it just feels like it goes well for like a really young person, but it also goes well on a really old person. And personally speaking, I just feel like it does go with my style a lot. And I really do enjoy wearing their bags. It may be the different styles I might get tired of. Like, so for instance, I'm really into mini bags now and I have a lot of mini bags, but who's to say that in 5-10 years I might prefer medium size or larger size? We don't know. So that might change. But in terms of the brand itself, I feel like their styles just work really well with my aesthetics. So I don't think I'll be tired of them. All right. So my next resolution is that I do not want to buy any more SLGs, which I really haven't been, except the last 2 card holders that I bought from Chanel last year. And I bought them just for collective, like for a collector's perspective, which I don't think I want to do anymore, because I have one card holder from Louis Vuitton that I'm still using, and it's a workhorse. I just throw it around. The glazing has not really worn off. I mean, there's a little kind of rub on the side, but it's okay. It's normal wear and tear, and I accept that. So I really don't, I hardly even use any luxury SLGs. I use a lot of just non-luxury pouches. I use my 6 key holder from LV that I bought 7 years ago, and it's still going strong. I really don't need SLGs, and I feel like I really admire people who buy a lot of SLGs. My friend Amy Jo, she loves buying SLGs. Like whenever it's a new release, she buys SLGs and I buy bags. But my personal preference is that I don't really care about the inside of my bag, to be honest. I care more about the bag. And it's always been my philosophy. Even when I bought my first luxury bag, I went for the Alma PM. Like, who goes for the Alma PM as their first like real luxury bag? Who does that? Nobody. Well, maybe not nobody, but most people go for the Speedy. Most people go for the Neverfull, or some people go for like the pochette accessoire. But I went for the Alma PM in Epi leather. So how weird is that? But my philosophy always has been, I might as well just save up that little bit of extra and get the actual bag, right? Instead of the SLGs. Like, I think I only bought my first SLGs 5 years after I bought my first bag, which is, I feel like it's a good decision. I don't really need SLGs anyway. So I'll continue doing that as part of my fashion resolution. So A.H. Lee says, "Hi Amy, any plans on getting jewelry from Van Cleef or Cartier?" No plans, but I'm always, my eyes are open, because anytime anybody unboxes anything from these brands, I'm always like, oh, they are very cute. Especially with Cartier. Actually, with Cartier, I tried their love bracelet in Las Vegas. So I tried the love bracelet and I also tried the cuff because Clara recommended the cuff. And I didn't like them because they were floating around my arm. And then the cuff, it kind of just gets stuck on my wrist. It doesn't, I don't know. I might revisit it eventually. I just wasn't wowed by it. Plus the customer service that I had at the time was terrible. I'm sorry to say, but like it was an Asian lady and she kind of checked me out like up and down. And then she didn't really ask if I needed help, but she was just like saying, like she was just looking at me basically. And I asked her, I'm like, oh, can I look at the love bracelet? And she's like, oh, which size? Or you probably need that size, or you probably need that thickness, blah, blah, blah. And then she just gave me what she thinks I need, puts it on me, and then I'm like, I don't really like it. And then she was like, oh, but you can do this or you can do that, like kind of like making me settle. So I didn't like it, and I just left. John Lee says, do you prefer to purchase handbags in the cool color spectrum or the warm color spectrum? Does it change for SLGs or other fashion accessories? That's a great question. I think I prefer neutrals in general, so that's not really cool or warm. But other than neutrals, so other than brown and black, I prefer red because it just works with everything else in my wardrobe. I hate to say that because, well, it's not that. I love looking at, for example, people who wear all pink or people who wear a lot of whites, and then they can buy a lot of light color bags. I wish I can do that too, but where I live, because it rains so much, it's like every time I wear my white blazer, I always feel like I have to clean it so much because it either gets dirty so easily because of our climate. I can't really just wear white or pale pink all the time. And so for me, the easiest way is just to wear dark. So in blue, brown, black, even like army green or red, those ones just, they just, I don't know. It just works better with our weather, and it also just is easier maintenance. If I lived in, let's say, Sydney, or if I lived in Singapore, that would be a different story, or even Florida or California. It's warmer most of the year. And I feel like if I lived there, I would have a different wardrobe. I wouldn't have all these boots and I wouldn't have all these coats because I buy a lot of coats, but because we need coats here. And I feel like I would have such a different wardrobe that my bags will also change in accordance to that. So it really just, exactly, I want to live in Las Vegas. In Las Vegas, oh, I was so happy. I mean, it's hot, but I prefer hot than cold. And I was just wearing dresses after dresses every single day. Like when you bring dresses, it's a whole outfit. You don't have to think about anything else. And then I was wearing also my, in Hawaii, I was wearing my gray, like the really light gray cocoa handle. And it worked out so well because it just goes with everything. And I don't have to worry about transferring colors because I'm wearing like a lightweight, like very easygoing light color outfit anyway, which I cannot really do here in Vancouver because yes, we have summers, yes, we have spring, but our summers are still cold. It's like, I don't know. I used to live in Montreal, and the weather there is so hot and humid in the summer, which I miss. Although we have terrible winters, so I don't recommend it. But you guys see where I'm going? Like, it depends on where you live, how your climate is, and then depending on that, you also change on your choices of handbags, the material and the combination that you choose. It has to go with it, right? It has to work for where you live. It has to work for your lifestyle. That's what it means when people say it doesn't work for my lifestyle or it doesn't work with my wardrobe. That's what it means, basically. So yeah, we're already at the 1 hour mark, but let's go a little over, I guess. So the next thing I wrote down is shoes. I already mentioned no heels. And if I were to buy heels, I want to concentrate on buying just like contemporary brands that are really comfortable right off the bat, and hopefully nothing more than $300. And you're gonna hear knocking sound because at 7 o'clock, everybody in in Canada, or in Vancouver, they all clap, or they like, you know, cling things together to congratulate and to thank our healthcare heroes. So that's why you're gonna hear some noise. Hopefully, not so much, but you're gonna be hearing that. And so shoes, no more heels, especially no luxury heels. I don't want to spend anything like above $700 on shoes that I'm not gonna wear that often. Like if I wear it only once a year, that's not worth it. So I want to just like, if you missed the beginning, just come back and watch it after. Sarah, I know you said that you missed the beginning. Don't worry about it. You can come back and rewatch this live stream later. It's just that you won't be seeing all the comments on the side, but I'm gonna try to read whatever, and just so that you guys can keep up. But so no heels, no luxury heels. With luxury shoes, I'll stick with shoes that are comfortable right off the bat. So slip-on shoes, walking shoes. I guess not even sneakers because I can't tie my laces. I'm sad to say. I mean, I can, but it's such a struggle. I prefer not to. And so, yes, support Canadian medical staff. Yes, or around the world. Actually, they're all working so hard, and those poor guys. They're doing a great job. Deborah says, great, thanks for letting us know. I came in too late. Yeah, don't worry about it. You can always rewatch it later. When this is over, it will just publish it as a regular video. So you can just go back and watch it. So it's no problem. So yeah, shoes wise, no more Manolos, no more Balenciaga. Not that I bought any, but I tried them. Gucci did not work. Chanel, and then Dior, either. The Dior pinched me so bad. I don't understand. So unless their slides work, because I'm open to buying luxury slides, especially if they're comfortable right off the bat. But unless they are really, really comfortable right off the bat, it's a no-go because first of all, they're expensive. And then, I don't know, Aquazzura is fine. I don't have any problems with Aquazzura. And the feet area is my least of my worry now because although I used to wear only heels back in high school when I'm always match my outfit, now I can care less. Now I care about my gait. I care about balancing my hips because they always get screwed up. So I always have to get them fixed anyway. So I care more about my comfort and I care more about my health than how it looks on the feet. Who looks at your feet the first thing anyway, right? Next, I wanted to talk about accessories. And so, yes, costume jewelry is my weakness. You guys already know that. But this year, and I think going forward, I'm going to try to put a brakes on costume jewelry because even though I love them, I really, really love them, I still will buy them. I'm not going to stop buying them. But it has to be styles that absolutely I don't have on my collection already. If it's even a little bit similar, forget about it. And if the price is like as crazy as these, because I had to get personal shoppers to get these, no more, because they're too expensive. 2 of these, you can buy a bag. 2 of these, you can buy an LV bag. Like I mean, they're worth it though for me because I love them. I do wear them a lot. And that's what I mean by these will be sustainable because I keep on wearing them a lot. And so are these. So I don't regret them, but it has to be so different and so special. Like the style has to be so different, so interesting and not so crazy expensive, then I'll add them. But instead of being crazy, always checking out the new costume jewelry, I also want to just like concentrate more on like fine or even semi-fine jewelry, which I have been doing. A lot of silver and gold-plated pieces are beautiful. They usually are more dainty, like this one. So this one is one of my daily, like I wear it all the time, even if it's underneath a t-shirt, I don't care. So this is rhodium plated and it's silver and the little stone is just a crystal. And it's perfect because these pieces, you have it for life. It'll never like tarnish. I mean, silver can tarnish, but you can just buff it. If it's gold plated, usually it can wear off, but it takes a lot of time. Like unless you wear it to the pool and shower, then yes, it will disintegrate faster. But if you take care of them, they will last you for decades. And so I want to just kind of move towards, not move towards, but like I guess maybe put brakes on costume jewelry, but at the same time, not overlook the fine jewelry and not overlook the semi-fine jewelry as much. Watches. You know what? I was thinking about that. So Deborah is asking, what about watches? I don't wear watches anymore. I used to. The thing is, I'm always stuck to my phone, so I don't really need a watch. If I ever bought a watch, it's only for fashion. It's not even for time, because I won't even look at my watch for the time. I'll look at my phone for the time. You know what I mean? So if I bought a watch, it has to be, love at first sight or spark so much joy that I can't get my eyes off. I think I really used to like the Dior watches a long time ago, but not anymore. I don't really care about watches that much, is what I'm saying. I think ultimately, like a long-term goal is I would like to get a two-tone, like the gold and silver Rolex, because my husband is a fan of Rolex. I'd like to match him somehow. Like, no, it's not a thing. I guess I don't really have to. But if I were to get a watch in the long term, I would probably just get a Rolex, just one, just like a two-tone one, because I think two-tone is great for silver or gold. You can wear it anytime. Two-time Goldie. Yeah, me like you too says my feet are horrible. That's why I distract with men. You know what? You're not alone. Feet are, like I said, feet are such any body part, to be honest. We're all different. Some people are just made for sports and they can endure a lot of workouts and like straining exercise, and just not me. I'm not cut out for this. I trained for it when I was younger, and I think I got kind of some muscles because I used to do some weightlifting too. And thank goodness I did a lot of exercise when I was younger, because now I can no longer do it. So whatever muscles I have left now is from before. Kat says, me too, one day, Rolex. Yeah, you should get one, babe. You love your watches. You definitely. Rolex. In Cantonese, Rolex. But yeah, I think Rolex is the ultimate one if I were to get one, because to me, it's just a fashion item. I don't really use it for time at all. I'm glued to my phone. All right, we're actually making really good progress. I only have a couple more things, or 3 more things to talk about. So the next point I want to talk about is consign, donate, declutter. So I'm already kind of doing that all year round anyway. I always consign clothes that are still in good condition, but that I don't wear, so someone else can have it. Obviously, when you consign clothes, you get next to nothing. Like a skirt, you can get like $2. A t-shirt, you'll get $1. If it's like a really high-end brand, then you'll get a little bit more. But for example, the self-portrait dresses, because we have a consignment store nearby that I can bring my stuff to. It's called Turnabout. There's actually a few stores in Vancouver. They have self-portrait dresses online, because they usually post their higher end stuff online, but they're selling them for like maybe 200 if it's brand new with tags, and you only get 40% of that. So it's really not worth it to keep buying clothes only to regret it. That's why I really want to concentrate on buying pieces that I absolutely love and want to wear for the rest of my life until they break down. And if I don't have a choice and I made a mistake and I need to consign them because I'm no longer wearing them or reaching for them, then I will consign them, because at least I'm recuperating a small amount of the money. So consign, donate, declutter is 3 things that I want to do this year, even more, because like I said many times before, I work with a small apartment space. I actually will be sharing a kind of like a clothes rack that I bought from Amazon that's really, really good. It's like super well made. It supports 400 pounds of weight, and I kind of changed it a little bit. I modified it a little bit to suit my needs, and I'll show you guys in my favorites video on Monday. I love this thing because it holds a lot of my clothes, and I can kind of rotate the different season. Anyway, I'll show you exactly what I mean. And so even then, I still have overflowing of clothes. I have a lot of clothes. I mean, my name is Fashionably Amy, so I have too much clothes. So I want to keep doing this thing, decluttering, and stop adding stuff that I only, wear a few times and consign or whatever. Like I stop fast fashion, only buy stuff that absolutely works and that absolutely can integrate and be worn to death. That's what I want. So the last thing is skincare and makeup, which I'm actually doing really well. I just wanted to touch on it because I know Kat, that's her weakness. But for me, it's never been an issue because makeup, I had that one bottle of foundation. I don't wear makeup on a regular basis, by the way. I have that one bottle of foundation that I have for so many years that I was still wearing. I think 2 years. I finally finished it, and I finally opened my new bottle. But I was checking the receipt. I bought it in 2018, and I just opened it because I just finished my old bottle. You know what? At the time, I thought that I couldn't pump it anymore, so I bought a new one. And plus, I kind of don't want to run out and not have anything, and I have to run to the shops because I buy my makeup at Finlandia, which is a health store. I use mostly organic or natural products, and I'm not trying to say that those are the only ones that work. They just work for me. So I bought a bottle 2 years ago, and I just opened it. So makeup and skincare, I always use the point where there's completely nothing left. Then I open a new bottle. So I'm going to continue that trend, which usually is not a problem because the stuff that I need, I usually have to buy it at a specific place. And I hardly ever even change up my routine or what I put on my face. Like sometimes I'll try a new product, but I'll integrate it very slowly. So if I ever want to try something new, I just integrate 1 or 2 products at a time with my existing kind of collection of skincare or makeup. And usually I can find out right away whether it works or not. Sometimes it takes your skin a bit of time to get used to a new product, which is why I like just adding 1 at a time and not all at the same time. Like I won't change the entire line completely to a completely new brand because it's just not it's not good for your skin. And also May says, are you luxury t-shirts worth the money? It depends. I'll come back to that. But basically, oh my gosh, Kat, I don't have glass skin. My skin, I have my own problems too. You guys just don't see it. Usually the reason why I don't wear makeup on a regular basis, and that's like 90% of the time, 90 to 95% of the time, is because I prefer allowing my skin to breathe. Granted, I've never had skin issues in my teenage years. I never had any breakouts, but I have dry skin. So dry skin has always been my main issue, like to the point where it cracks and it hurts. Like to the point where once I wash my face, if I don't put my toner and my moisturizer right away, like even before I dry the rest of my body, it will just flake off. It's terrible. That's my skin problem. So I combat that by just putting lotion and everything right away, like literally right away. I slap on things on my skin. I slap on lotion. I have 2 lotions actually. I use a thin lotion underneath and I use a thick lotion on top so that it keeps the moisture in because that's how dry my skin is. Even after I put 2 different lotions on my hands, within 10 minutes, it's gone. I have such dry skin. So I do have my issues too, but it's just, I guess they're kind of a little bit more minor, I suppose. And I do have hyperpigmentation. I don't know if you can see it. So these, I guess they're called freckles, but I think it's not from the sun, although possibly, but I think it's from lack of sleep. So even my mom has it, my aunt has it. It's like whenever you have these kind of spots, because these are different from like regular freckles, these are from like your liver working overtime. So these are things that happen to my skin that I guess that I have to take care of. But other than that, I don't really do much. Blue Mini says, have you tried SK2? I have not. I was given some SK2 products in the past. My cousin gave me some in the past, and I tried it. I remember liking it, but it's been so long ago, and so I don't really use that. Let me try to go back to some of your old comments. Hyaluronic acid. I have hyaluronic acid. I know I have to put like toner, hyaluronic acid, and then moisturizer right away. It's crazy. May says, I must have at least one backup for my essentials. Same thing. That's why I have my backup of foundation, which I did not realize after I looked at my receipt like 2 years later, like recently, that I bought it 2 years ago. I just finished my old bottle. And then, yes, I still have my Chanel 19. I'm just trying to like go through all your comments before we end this. Would love to see a skincare and makeup fave. Maybe I can do that on my next live stream. And then, okay, luxury t-shirts. So luxury t-shirts, it really depends. I like my Balmain t-shirts. I only have, well, I have the black and the white one of this. And then I have the sleeveless one in 3 colors, in white, black, and red. But I also told myself I'm going to stop buying from now on, because these are worth it because they're made of a nice cotton and they wash well. But Claire had a different experience. So she has a black version, but I think she has a newer version with different fonts, because I have the gold foil. Hers, after a wash, it has holes. So unfortunately, she's not the first person that I've heard about this. I have another friend who also got holes in hers, although hers was not from a wash, so I don't really know what happened. She doesn't know what happened either. I've never had problems with mine. These are pretty thick, so I guess when you shop for them, you have to kind of judge for yourself whether it's like a durable cotton, because if it feels thin, then it's not worth it, because they won't even last as long as your Uniqlo t-shirt, which is kind of crazy because Uniqlo costs like what, 20 bucks, sometimes less. So I would say it's kind of a hit or miss. I don't think Gucci t-shirts are worth it because they're like so thin. And to be honest, you kind of get tired of having a logo on t-shirts. That's why I kind of told myself I'm going to stop buying t-shirts, which I should probably add to this list too, because I love this t-shirt. I love how nice it is, and it goes with my matching, well, it's not matching, but I have a Balmain skirt. It goes really well together, but that's it. Usually, I feel like if I wore this like several times in a week, even I get tired of looking at myself with Balmain, across my chest, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like I just feel like they're cool, but sometimes a plain white t-shirt just works as well. A plain black one, you can style them with your pearl necklaces, with your pendants. It just is a lot more versatile than this. Like, this is great. It looks great, but it's just one outfit. It's okay, maybe more than one. Like, you can wear shorts, you can wear pants, you can wear a skirt, but you see where I'm going? Like, if you have just a plain black, you can wear all kinds of different accessories on top and it won't clash. When you have a brand name or when you have a logo, it's so easy to clash unless you wear everything with the same brand or similar tone. Like, gold with gold is okay, but you see what I'm going? So it's already 7:19. I think I'm going to stop at 7:30 and answer more questions, because I think I'm done with my list. That's all I wrote down. Makeup, skincare, I'm good. Oh, and magnetic lashes. So in terms of makeup, I literally don't buy anything. I use everything to like the end of the pan, even to all the edges. I finish everything before I open anything new. So I've always been doing that. Same thing with my skincare. And then in terms of lashes, these are the only things that I kind of have to rebuy every once in a and again, but these are magnetic lashes, and I have a video on how I apply them if you want to look up magnetic lashes, Fashionably Amy on YouTube. These will last for months. So these pair I've had opened, I can't exact. Did I open them in Hawaii last year? I can't, no. I forgot exactly when I opened these pairs, but I still wear them. So basically until the magnets fall off, you can rewear them over and over and over. So it's sustainable in that way. I probably buy like 2 pairs a year. They're great. And they're $20 in Canada. I think they raised the price now. And yeah, so these are the only things I need to buy more often, but they're great. So Deborah asked, do your lashes ever come out? No. Oh wait, do your lashes ever come out when you take them off? Yes, they will come out. They're just magnets. So it's like one lash, so one set of, so each, how should I say? So each eye, there's 2 sets of lashes. So there's the top lash and there's the bottom lash. And there's magnets like at several points on the lash. And you just sandwich your own lashes in between the falsies. And they look amazing. Yeah, I have a whole video on how I wear them. It's a favorites video, but you just look up magnetic lashes, Fashionably Amy, you'll find it on YouTube. I love them so much. Would it hurt your own lashes? I don't find that it does. So before I tried these lashes, I tried, what is it called again? I forget how it is called again. You know, the extensions. So I got extensions before and I love them, but with extensions, you have to sleep properly. You can only sleep on your side and not touch make sure that the pillow doesn't touch your lashes, or you have to sleep on your back. So you can't be like, you know, rubbing your face anywhere. And you have, even when you wash your face, you have to like take care to not rub your lashes. And of course you cannot wear mascara. Even if you do wear mascara, you have to buy like the special mascara. So I love the effect of extensions, but they're so annoying because you have to sleep a certain way and you cannot rub your eyes. That's why I tried extensions once and I decided might as well try magnetic lashes because there is a learning curve. There is. It's not easy. You might have to spend 2 hours trying to figure out how to put them on the first time, but it's worth it if you can get the hang of it. Because I mean, without lashes, my eyes will look so sleepy and not as well put together. Because I really don't wear anything else on my eyes except these lashes. I have a bit of brow powder, I have a bit of foundation, I have a bit of blush, lipstick, and on my eyes, I have a very thin coat of mascara just so that they're thicker for the lashes to hold on, but that's about it. I don't have anything on my lids, and I don't need it because lashes make your eyes look bigger already. I don't really need I don't really need powder on my lids, which Jiao, I don't know how to say your name, but she says, I got a pair of magnetic lashes and I'm too scared to try it. Don't be scared because, I mean, they cost what, $20, $30 maybe? The worst case scenario is that they don't work. Try it. Just give yourself some time when you're like, you have a lot of time now at home, right? Just try it. Just try different methods, even YouTube it, because that's what I did. I looked up YouTube videos on how to apply it. Everybody has a different method. Some people even cut up the bottom lashes into 2 or 3 different sections. It may be easier for you that way, but don't cut it right away. Just like try to apply it full first. If it's too long, of course, you have to trim the ends, but try to apply it just the whole strip on top, the whole strip on the bottom. If you cannot do it, try cutting it and then, you know, work one at a time on the bottom. But just try it. It takes a lot. There's a lot of trial and error, and there's a huge learning curve. Like I said, I probably used 2-3 hours just to figure it out the first time. Did I mention the brand? not in this video. So I use the Ardell ones, and these are the 110, double 110, and I always have them linked in the description anyway in all of my videos. So you should have no problems finding them. Hi, Huckleberry, you just logged in. No worries. We only have 5 more minutes to go, but you can always rewatch this live stream right after this is over, because yeah, the whole thing will be back on. It will just appear as a regular video on YouTube, so you can definitely rewatch it. Sulin asks, is there a bottom? So yes, so there's 2 sets of lashes, like I said, on each eye. So there's the top lash and the bottom. Oh, you mean the bottom for like these little hairs? I don't know. I have no idea. I never looked into it. But on the bottom, I don't really care. I just put a little bit of mascara. That's fine. I think as long as you have, I feel like as long as you have like fuller lashes on top, it brightens, like it just wakes you up. It makes your eyes look bigger than they are. It also looks like you have like powder, but you don't really. Thank you, Zara. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, the lashes, I always link them in my like makeup section in the description. They're always there, like in every single video you'll find them. Did I miss anything on my list? I don't think I did. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining my first live stream. It was so fun. Kat, you're right. Live streaming is so fun, but sometimes it's a little challenging to read the comments because sometimes they move very fast. Elle says, I bought the earrings you are wearing and they have some dark small spot. Does yours have that? My essay said that just clean them and they would go away. It did, and now it came back. No, mine doesn't. But you know what? Because you know, like what the tip that I gave you guys on my jewelry, is it on my jewelry collection video? I gave you guys a tip on how to store them, because I think it depends on the humidity of your place or where you store them. I always put it in my, so my jewelry, I always store it in my drawers. So I have a whole like jewelry box, and this is just one of the drawers. And I always put these like silica packets. So these take up moisture, even if you don't see the moisture, because technically it's dry, right? You don't see the moisture, but there is moisture in the air. And you want to just put these in there so that it takes up any potential moisture in the compartment, so that it doesn't tarnish. So I think the black spot is just the tarnish. It's like just oxidation from the air. Clara says, I have the same earrings but don't see dark spots. Yeah, I don't have dark spots either. If it happens again, you should definitely bring them back early and make sure that yeah, save the silica packets. Make sure that you don't have a faulty pair, because I have 2 pairs of these and they both are fine. But I do suggest that every time you take them off, any earrings, especially these ones because they're smooth, to always wipe them with a microfiber. So I don't have one right here, but just any microfiber will do, because you just wanna, okay. So I have one here. This is just from Ana Luisa, but like just wipe them down, back, and then where the post is. Make sure that all the like your body oils, because you don't really see it necessarily, but it's on your earrings, and just make sure you wipe it down before you store it. And then make sure you have silica packets in where you store it, just to suck out all the moisture. Yeah. And the silica packets, they're really easy to get, especially if you order anything from Amazon. There's always some in like whatever you order, there's always like, I don't know. I just got this fan recently and there's a silica packet inside. So I save all of them. And then a lot of times, like, because I buy a lot of supplements, a lot of times there's the silica packets in the supplements. So I save all of them just because you never know when you need it. And then Elle says, that sounds great. Good idea. Clara says, I'm in Hong Kong, super humid, no dark spots yet. Maybe ask your essay for another pair. Exactly. Maybe ask your essay, because if you have a faulty pair, you definitely don't want to keep having to like worry about that. But yeah, Kat, definitely save them. So Janet is asking what foundation I use. I always link it down below in my description. In all my videos, you should be able to find it. So it's a brand that's from Vancouver. It's local, and it's a lady that works with actors or like public personalities. And I think she herself, is she a makeup artist? I can't remember. But she created this line for like public figures that don't want to keep putting like all these kinds of chemicals on their face. So she created this line that's very, I guess, safe and natural. And it's called, I have to look at my own description, but it's in my description box. What is it called? I can get it, but like, okay, let me just get it because I'll just show you. Because it's almost over anyway. This is my way I'm wearing shorts. Ah, it's not here. It's right here. Okay, so this is the one that I wear. It's Sappho New Paradigm. So it's a local brand from Vancouver. They also sell online, and I have it in the shade number 4, but they already changed. I think they already changed their shade names. See how, like, I bought this 2 years ago. So they already changed their shade names. I think now, anyway, my shade is already in the description. So this is liquid foundation that is it's clean, conscious, vegan. You have to kind of shake it before you wear it. And I only wear it when I film, and I only wear it if I go out with, you know, friends and we have high tea or whatever. Otherwise, I don't wear makeup, just so that even if it's natural, I still don't wear it because I feel like that's better for your skin. I mean, just imagine if you have to always put a layer on, like, not skincare, but like these things have pigments, and they still have other things in it that your skin doesn't really need. So I try to avoid it if I can. So, but I love it because it's very sheer though. It's really more just like it feels more like a tinted moisturizer, and it's not waterproof. If you cry, which I did once, it will just wash off, okay? So just letting you know. Deborah says, where do you buy your mascara? Do you wear mascara with your magnetic lashes? Yes, I do, but only a thin coat. You don't really need, you need like a very thin coat of whatever mascara. It doesn't have to look perfect or anything. You just, whatever, and then just so that there's something for your lashes to hold on, especially if you have very thin and short lashes, I guess. But if you already have full lashes and they're thick, then you don't need it. Tracy Pham says, what do you think of Gucci Princetown? I actually don't like them. I tried them a couple times. You know, I should rephrase. I like them on others, but it doesn't work for me. It looks weird. It makes me look short. It cuts off at the wrong place. It always kind of is digging into my ankle, and I cannot walk in them. They're super uncomfortable for me. So I like them on others, but it doesn't work for me. Luxury PL, are those earrings heavy? No, they're not. These ones, right? These ones and these ones, they're not heavy at all. I mean, they are heavier because they are large and they're long, but they're not. For a large earring like this, you would think that it's super heavy, but it's not. I highly recommend them. So it's 7:33. It's the end of our live stream. Thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate it. And I thought that I would be like, nobody would like come here, but there's so many of you that came. I'm so happy. And if you missed the beginning of this live stream, you can always rewatch it because it'll just save as a regular video on my channel. So you can always go back to it. But thank you so much for joining. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I think if you want me to, you can suggest any topics that you want in the description when you rewatch it, or you can send me a DM if you like, and we'll do that next time. Although, like I said, I cannot guarantee when my next one will be because we're having a lot of construction And I don't know exactly when they're happening because it's day by day. Like every time they take off like a set of cabinets, they find out more stuff. Then I'm like, oh my gosh. But I hope you guys stay safe. Thank you all so much for joining me. And like I said, I hope you guys hang in there. Whether hope you guys are all healthy, and especially if if it's really difficult, just choose to be positive, choose to know that good things will come back and it'll be back to normal. And Milaki2 says, thanks for answering your question. I love interacting with you guys too. I wish that I can actually hear you guys, because it's kind of it's still me filming myself, but I'm reading your comments, which is amazing. Hi Gina, stay healthy Gina. And yeah, so JJ says Saturday for Amy, Sunday for Kat. Yes, I know. I'm gonna be joining Kat tomorrow. Very informative. Thank you so much. But yeah, I love you guys. I see you in video. Exactly.